Hello and welcome back to Minecraft TerraFirmaCraft 360, episode 3. I think I'm going to start looking for ores right now. I know there's some areas that have ores in them, I'm just not sure exactly which area is probably the best for me. Mostly I just want to get enough metal to create a pickaxe. And, luckily enough, this basalt is hard enough to actually, or not this basalt, this isn't basalt, this is shale. But yeah, basalt is hard enough to actually use as an anvil. So, that's good. And I don't need this right now, so I'm going to do this. Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. I just wanted to get that annoying sound to stop, but who cares? And I don't know if it will... Oh, you can't actually collect it. That's kind of disappointing. I could just have it like that. And now I can collect from that. I thought? Huh. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting that you can't collect from it. Could have sworn I've done that before. Okay, that's actually kind of a problem for me. Especially what I was going to do. Well, either way, I'm just going to fill up 2 buckets now. Guess I'll just have that as a pool. Because apparently I can't really do much with it. Well, that's a joy kill right there. I'm just gonna fill that in there. Let's see. I was getting some sphalerite around here, and since sphalerite's the largest amount of ore I have currently, I'm going to look for more. I just got some. And it's in this area that has it. So I'm guessing that area down there that has the ore in it is actually sphalerite. And I'm hoping I'm correct with that. It's too far for me to actually see it currently, but I think it is sphalerite. I think I actually have enough to make a single ingot. I'll just need some clay soon. I should have enough now. I think it only requires like 11 to 12 pieces, and I should have about 13. And regardless, I can just make a... If that isn't the sphalerite, I can easily make a shaft near here. Apparently, spruce also grows around here randomly. That'll be good. Ooh, I did not see that grain. That is wheat. And that'll be useful later on. Any more of it? It doesn't look like it, so I'll just take that and prepare it for use. Pine, spruce, basalt. And yeah, there's some strange formations in this water for some reason. It's not bad, it's just don't usually see them. that deep pit area actually gets a little bit deeper than it looks. And see? They spawn. That's good. Birch is even spawning. Must have a lot of areas that are good for spawning here then. I just got a piece of copper, didn't I? Ooh, that is actually kind of good. I'm getting a lot of ores around here now that I look at it. I didn't find a single piece last time. I'll just keep that there. Chop this down. I don't know if this axe will last enough to chop it all down. If not, oh well. No, that wasn't too bad of a chop. Yes, basalt can pretty much have any type of ore. So that's good that I can find copper, tin, and zinc, all in one small area. That'll be valuable in the long run. Oh, I'm in a very bad position. I probably should be running right now. Okay. Male, female, what? Oh. Well, that sucked. Just glides away. Okay, that would hurt if I fell. A lot of this area would hurt if I fell. In fact, most of it would probably kill me. I just wish you can actually, like, collect some of this water. Well, oh well. Let's see. How much sphalerite do I have? I should have more than enough. Yeah. There we go. 6 steak. That should pretty much fill me up for quite a while. Wheat. That's good. I need that, the knife. Mix wheat grain. I'm going to create that into wheat seeds. And I actually took a look at the farming thing again, and I realized that my farming technique was quite bad. And now that I've learned that, I've actually designed something different, but it'll take a little bit longer to actually make. And for now, I'm just going to take that 2 dirt there, since this bucket's not in use. This area is probably going to be a small little crop area. And I need one more thing before I can actually make that pick. Or 2 more things. 3. Yeah, 3. One thing I actually need is over here. First thing, the clay. Clay is very valuable. I mean, you can't survive without it. Or you can't progress without it. Second thing I need is that thing. Right there. Squid being the second most valuable thing just to progress, but they're pretty common, as long as you're near water. think he dropped it. There. There we go. I have some sugar cane, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. Next thing. I only got one, but that'll be enough to make a pickaxe plan. Probably need a pro pick too, but pro picks come after the pickaxe. If you actually can find ore that's on the surface. If you can find ore that's on the surface, well, that's really, really good. I once found a mountain that had just, I think it was 4 or 5 different types of ore, including iron, just sticking out of it. But since then, there's been some changes to how things spawn, which is kind of disappointing. But first thing we're going to need is this clay mold. I'm going to need my that and that. 2, 3 paper. Dang it. I need to store some stuff. That should be fine. Now I can just do this. I don't want to use the pine plank because I actually like them. I think I may have forgotten something. Oh, I forgot a feather, didn't I? Well, I know where some chickens are. Unfortunately, I'm going to try to... Oh, I'm just going to try to avoid killing the female animals, because those are actually quite valuable. Because basically they're the ones that actually make the other animals. You can have one male and like 10 females and it should all work. But that's if you go with the normal rules of breeding. And I don't know if TerraFirmaCraft still goes by that, even if it started doing it that way. Man, I'm having trouble speaking today. I didn't see many chickens on this island though, so I'm just gonna try to avoid killing any extras. Ooh, here are the carrots. I forgot that there was actually carrots at one point. One of the best things to have when you're on this island is the carrots. Ooh, it might be getting sundown. Okay, yes, it is becoming sundown. I found that, okay, I think there's... Nope. What are you? Male. I see 3 chickens here. Female and... male. Okay. Males I don't even care about. I just need your feather. That's all I really need. I just forgot I had this, but who cares? As long as I got the feather. And fortunately, this area is large enough to actually expand in, but small enough that you don't get lost very easily. And I can get home pretty fast. This area is pretty nice. And people are calling apparently now. Don't think that's mine, but If it is, I'll be interrupted shortly. Oh. Man, they're really persistent right now. And I'll need a pro pick. Yeah, if you get the glitch where you can't actually right-click the bed, well, what you have to do is actually jump up on the bed and start right-clicking rapidly. Which I hate, because that's very annoying. I'm going to produce a lot of carrots this season. I'm going to need to make a basalt hammer, which is the second most valuable tool that you'll need for creating metal. First one you'll need is the pickaxe itself. Pro pick's kind of a bonus, but if you have like surface ores, then you don't really need it on hand. You still always need it if you're going to make or you're going to need it if you're going to find iron or something, because that stuff's pretty hard to find on hand on the surface. I made a hoe because I'm going to be farming. And the way I'm going to do this, do I have my shovel with me? Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess this should be fine. Doesn't need to be perfect. Might as well. Again, it doesn't matter. Seeds. Right here. And I'm just planting a bunch of carrots right now. Carrots are probably one of the best that was probably one of the cows doing that. Because I don't think any of this... Oh yeah, it must be one of the cows that's touching that stuff. And I guess I just do this and it doesn't matter. Carrots grow pretty fast. I mean, pretty fast. I need the sphalerite, and I need an actual place to work here because I can't do it right next to that. I don't think I can turn this into an anvil. Then again, it doesn't really require too much to make an anvil. Yep, can't make it. So I know that there's a basalt over here, so I'm just going to go use that as a hammer or anvil. Following the coast is probably the best idea in this island area. You know, I think this stuff's starting to spawn randomly. Might just be me. I don't look over everything, so it's Wouldn't surprise me too much. And I want to have my water again. I hear squid. This is phyllite? Okay, so I went to the wrong side. I think the basalt should be farther over here. And yes, there's actually some islands over there. I'm not going to go to those for a while. Here it is. In fact, I spawned right there. Where's that nice chunk of basalt? Ooh, gotta be careful. I think it's over here. Maybe not. Is that it? That's sand. Just black sand. Oh, there it is. Really far over there. Yeah, that's the only hard part about this island is you can't really find everything immediately. I might take a little bit of damage here. Okay. As long as you jump off like a 4 or 5 block distance into one layer of water, you shouldn't take damage. I think after that you start taking damage. And around here, apparently there's an ore. I think that was cassiterite. There we go. Put the hammer in here. I'm going to need to make a fire. Probably just make it right here. Doesn't matter as much to me. It just needs to be a fire. And hopefully this episode will be my first pick. I'm hoping that's hot enough, because if not, I might have to use some aspen. I might just use some aspen regardless. Aspen doesn't have a very high temp though. Because I forgot you need to actually cook these, and usually I use sycamore, which gets to the almost orange area. So it's almost 2 ticks above this. I guess that should be fine. Okay, one thing to note about zinc, it's a terrible metal. I mean, absolutely terrible metal, because it can evaporate. It's zinc and bismuth are the 2 metals that can actually evaporate. Tin is probably the best starter metal, but you can't always rely on having tin around. I think there was bismuth bronze can also evaporate. But that the bismuth bronze, it can only evaporate if you have it white hot, or above white hot, which is usually really hard unless you have a bloomery. The problem with sphalerite is it takes an obscene amount of time to actually melt, but it has the smallest amount of uses. I think bismuth might have a slightly smaller lifespan, but regardless, these are pretty bad metals to start with. Bismuth is actually not too bad. It's got a higher evaporating temp. You can actually evaporate sphalerite in just the fire pit, whereas bismuth, it's really impossible to unless you have hickory and you have a bunch of bellows on it. I think it's very hot 4 or something that melts sphalerite, where very hot 2 is tin. And I have 2 of these just to prevent spill. It's just a spillover guard. Very hot 2. 3. And there we go. First one. I only put a little fragment of metal in there, but it'll be good enough soon. I think spruce actually might have a slightly higher burn temp than aspen, and I'm hoping so. Spruce isn't too hard to come by, but it's not the metal of choice, and hopefully, yeah, I still have a full day, so this is one of the most ridiculous parts of this. And if you go by temps, it's this is hot, that's very hot, that's dark red, red, bright red, orange, yellow, yellow, white, might be around here or something, that's white. No, that's bright red, orange, I can't remember which one. These actually gauge it by its actual stages. I can't remember all of them, but it doesn't matter. We just need to get about there to actually melt this stuff. Very hot 4. And spruce has a somewhat nice burn length. Very hot, dark red. Might as well just fill this up for now. It's going to take a while. And most of this episode is going to, or most of the rest of this episode is going to be just me waiting for this to actually go. Do I have an axe with me? Of course not. I'm just gonna put all this stuff. Actually, I'm gonna need that pickaxe, and the rest of that can go in there. I can eat this. I thought I had another bucket. Huh. Oh yeah, I put it away. There we go. Next, actually, just throw that in there. Throw that in there. I'm going to need to make some axes. A bunch of axe heads shouldn't hurt, especially if it's made of basalt. If I make a lot of these, I think I can actually... No, I can't store them anymore. At least not in normal chests. Very hot 1. it should be very hot one now, but who cares? Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode, but I'm gonna just finish this up, because it's annoying when you have to end it right before you actually have something done. And I can harvest this. This will be valuable later on. And eventually I'll start making books, but that won't be for a while. I mean a long while. I think that should have... Yep. I'm about a third done. So I'm just gonna keep chopping some wood. And thanks to chopping this wood, I'll probably have a couple more chests the next time I return to base. And I could probably start building my house. Oh, found some cassiterite. There we go. And I honestly don't know how big that mainland area is. It might not even be a mainland. I could see a little bit of it when doing this, but overall, it just doesn't seem very important over there. I haven't even gone over there, though. Might do that later on in that series, but right now, not too important. Wish this was a little bit faster, but you can't really rush things here. So I'm just gonna clear trees. Oh, that was disappointing. Luckily I lose just as much durability from the axe regardless. Only that time I didn't even get a log, which sucks. You have like a 70% chance of getting the log or something, or it might be 60. They've really reduced it thanks to people saying that those stone axes are just too powerful. Everyone, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll still get your ore and yada yada, and it's still cheaper to make a stone axe. So why make a metal one? Well, so they made it, the metal axes are supposed to cut down a little bit faster now, because they never did before. And they have a less chance of completely destroying the log. But then they removed the saw's use as a cutting tool, which I found was kind of ridiculous because you can cut a tree down pretty fast with a saw. But that was just making the axes basically useless. And yeah, metal axes are good, but it's not that good. I probably should throw in another piece now. Yep. Chop this down. I think I should. Yep, I have room. You know, I don't really mind pine too much. It's actually pretty nice wood for building. But overall, it's pretty worthless as a burning material. Both in the fact that it's probably got one of the lowest burn temps and one of the lowest burn times. At least with willow, you got I think it's got like a medium burn time. Though again, it's got a low burn temp. It's really just whatever you prefer type thing. And overall, this area will be pretty slow in developing. But that's just the cost of having a... I mean, it's more like a survival thing if you actually have to wait a couple of days to get through winter. Food's more required, and you have to actually prepare for things. I know winter affects crop growth and can also freeze water. It can also snow, which, if you know that's how TerraFirmaCraft snow works, it basically just starts piling up and it starts becoming like real snow. In a sense that it really can start getting blocks and blocks high. And if you let it stay for so long, well, you're going to need to do a lot of shoveling afterwards. And I almost have a full thing of zinc so far. Yes, this is ridiculous how long this takes, but this is the price for zinc. It's not even really worth it. But I'm hoping that after I get this done, I can actually do something. So this episode's going to be actually kind of long, which people don't seem to mind. So I don't mind doing it because it's still pretty fun. Might as well look for more seeds too. I'll probably just harvest this entire thing. Alright. I think that's yellow bell pepper or something. And I'm out of room. Oh. Ooh, maize seeds. That's actually a little bit more worth it. I don't really need flowers, but I don't need dirt. So I can do this. Dirt doesn't matter. That does. Might as well just use some spruce. I got a lot of it. Maize is actually probably good for making, but I don't know why it takes so long to actually grow. I mean, even on my my other series, I haven't gotten one to grow fully yet. I think this is green beans or something. Soybean. Well, that's what I meant, but green bean's a lot darker, or a lot lighter. It looks more green, let's just say that. What type of wood can I chop that would probably be most, I guess, pine and spruce. I have some room for. There we go, and perfect. Actually, how many saplings do I have for pine? Huh. Well, it doesn't matter actually, because I have a couple in the base. This series is going to be a lot less just decoration, more for actual creating a colony or something. Yeah. Well, I've clear cut this area pretty well. I think I could put these together. Yep. In fact, I can chop more now. But I probably won't. And that will be a very good resource, the black sheep already. I won't have to go hunting for some squid to dye a sheep. Ooh, spruce is going to need the fire is going to need a little bit of heating. Now I'm a little bit far off from getting glass, but I've been messing around and I've learned that these little plank things are actually pretty useful. In fact, let's see what a pine... That actually looks pretty good. I might use that for walling. But overall, I've been just messing around with like creating small structures with it. There we go. Just slowly building up. And this is going to be really one long episode. In fact, I probably should have just broke this into 2 episodes, but who cares? Not like it bothers me. The upload time will be pretty bad though. I might just upload this episode as is. Can I pick that up? Don't think so. Markings, I still need those. Dirt. For now, I don't need dirt. I don't even care if it's on the ground, or in that position, or wherever. Mostly I need the red flowers just for the dye. I'm gonna put that there. And yes, I'm probably gonna use this for road work or whatever. And maybe I'll actually open up this save as a server at one point. That wouldn't be too bad. If we can get that mainland area to be part of it, that would be kind of interesting. Still tossing ideas around. Not sure about it all, but I don't put too much thought into the episodes. Just kind of do what comes naturally, because it's fun. Because if you plan too much, well, things are just gonna really wreck your day. There's a lot of cassiterite here. I mean, a lot of cassiterite. Might have 2 picks or something. Very hot too. Almost done. Honestly, once this area is fully harvested, I should have a lot of seeds and such, but let's see what the temp is. Ooh, it's 5 degrees. Yeah, it actually gets colder and colder. Once that hits 0, then it's immediately frozen in that area. And I'm pointing towards south, so that if I go up here, I might actually find some frozen area if I go 500 blocks that way. Because if you notice, the temp drops by 0.01 every 1 block or so. It's slowly raising because it's starting to become the middle of the day. I think that should be the final piece, but I still got that, which I'm probably going to still throw in. And I got quite a bit of cassiterite now. I think I have about 15. Maybe. I haven't really checked. I don't know if I have I think I have 5 in the chest back at the base, but I'm not sure. Come on. I'm actually tempted to start going onto multiplayer servers just to mess around. It's been a while. I mean, a long while. Mostly just because every time I go to like a multiplayer server, my builds usually end up either busted or burned down, or I leave someone else's yeah. Yeah, I also tend to have a large stock of TNT, regardless of the server. Well, actually, I guess TerraFirmaCraft, you can't make TNT, but yeah, I still usually have TNT, just in case. Doesn't mean I'm a bad guy, it just means I sometimes just don't like someone else's build. Or sometimes I just don't like the other person in general. I consider it censoring the masses, or something similar to that. I'm just rambling now, but oh, it's too cold. Dang. Almost done. Actually, I guess that's not technically censoring. I think that's just called suppression. Regardless, I think that's bad, but it happens. I'm usually not a bad sport about it either. And there we go. A single piece of zinc and I'm going to forge it soon, hopefully. Upset, upset, hit, hit, hit. Perfect. One pickaxe head. Okay. Drop and punch. Okay, I'm gonna need to do this. That's gonna be too much. Perfect. Literally perfect. Wow. I'm actually kind of pleased about that one. Now I can actually get my other ores. I'll just leave that. It doesn't really matter. It's a tiny bit of zinc which has no purpose other than becoming brass. So yeah, see you guys in the next episode, hopefully after I get to the base. And you guys get to enjoy a nice long episode. I'm actually coming up on almost 100 episodes so far, which is quite good. More than I expected this soon, but yeah. Have a good day, everyone. See you next time.